one at a time.
We all got
Imagine the focus group netting.
So I just got the guy's contact info.
It's all about the experience. Like anyone, we're just going to go around and just give your 2 cents about the question. Essentially.
You're going to have to get video of them over there because I would not be able to hear.
No, it's a question for anyone and everyone to answer.
I mean, do we need to know the names of the pieces that we ate?
No, you don't need to know the names.
It's not descriptive at all.
Thank you everyone for coming out. Appreciate you taking the time. Come and have some pizza with us. We're just gonna have a few questions. It shouldn't take too long. But we want to know about what your experience was in terms of service, atmosphere, and food quality. And we want to get a few other questions about student discounts, essentially, is the purpose of the whole focus group tonight. So we want to start by asking how everyone enjoyed the appetizers, the garlic knots, cheesy bread, and different pizzas they had. Anyone want to start by giving their opinion and maybe compare it to some of the other stuff we've had in Athens?
Yeah, so I'll go first. It's hard to mess up pizza, but I thought the appetizers as well were great. They looked good presentation, I guess. They tasted great, and they were out on time, so that was good as well.
I would agree. Great service. Overall, well seasoned. There was a great cheese profile on the bread that really gave it an extra level. When the pizza came, I was pleasantly surprised with the service. It came out quick. There was a good variety and a good variety of flavors as well. You know, where we had all areas were catered to.
Awesome. Is there anything anyone didn't like about the pizza? Any comments regarding appetizers, atmosphere even? Is there anything maybe like the location, about parking, or how is everyone's time trying to find parking over here?
Parking's tight.
Parking is tight.
Yeah, parking's a little tight.
Anyone have to do a couple laps around?
Yeah.
Would that influence how like in your restaurant choice, depending on how many times you have to circle around the lot to try and find a spot to park in?
Yeah, probably. If it's tough to find a spot, I might go to somewhere else. But I think if it was a spot like this that I really like, then I'd probably take the time to find a parking spot.
Had anyone heard of this restaurant before coming out here tonight? No? Ever seen it on social media of any type?
I'd heard it from a friend, but this is my first time actually experiencing it, and it was worth the hype, I'd say.
Sure. Okay. How would you describe the restaurant and the atmosphere to someone else? If you were to try and if someone was asking you what you thought about it and if it was a good place to come and eat?
I would say it's pretty packed, but I mean that even if it's because it's small, it looks like I'm sure people would stop just because it looks like it's hustling and bustling. And I thought it lived up to that hype.
Personally, for us, I think it was a good place just to hang out. So the food was obviously good and the service was good, but it was also a good place just to hang out and be with the people you like for a while, even outside of the food and the drink that you were having.
Yeah, I felt there was a good sports bar vibe to it, where we were all kind of hanging out, watching the games and stuff. And I feel like that would be kind of your prime audience that you're trying to speak to, is people who are coming to watch a game, drink a beer, eat some pizza. That's probably their target market.
Do you think it's a good student atmosphere? Or do you think it would be a good place where you bring your friends, come out to eat one day, maybe one night, have a beer, watch some football, maybe have a pizza?
I mean, for us, even having this many people here, the service was great. I mean, they were very attentive to us. They made sure that we had water, food, everything we needed. They
Checked
came
on
to us
you
and
and
asked. Even if we looked okay, they'd still come and ask just to make sure we were good.
Awesome. So, now, kind of more just a general question. How does restaurants that offer student discounts influence your decision process when you're choosing where you're going to go out to eat? Does a restaurant that offers a discount, is it more incentive for you to go there, or does it really even matter? Are you just going where you're going to get good food?
I think quality's first. If one place is not very good and one place is really good, I'm going to go there even if there's no student discount. But I think if you're weighing two options that are fairly similar, I would go to the place with the student discount just to save some money.
Well, see, I'm always hunting for a deal, so I feel like anywhere with a student discount, you're at the top of my radar because, you know, like I said, I'm balling on a budget, so if I ever place that has good food and a student discount, that's just all the more reason to go there.
Feedback. So now another question. In terms of student discount, what's more appealing? A 10% off discount or a free appetizer, maybe like free soft drinks for students? Or any of those seem more appealing or you think would be more incentivizing?
Free appetizer. That'd be better than like 10 or 15% off.
You like the free appetizer?
I agree.
It'd be worth it.
Saying anything free, that would definitely grab more attention. 10%. That's just it grabs the customer better when you see that something's free instead of it just being the total cost.
I'd agree. All right. How many times a week on average or on month, you just specify when you answer, would you say that you go out to eat, order delivery from, or pick up food from like a fast casual dining restaurant? That's what this kind of restaurant is. It's you sit down, you can have a fast meal. I mean, it's not super formal, it's not super expensive, and it's not like cheap and poor quality like a fast food restaurant. Does there anyone want to give their feedback about how often or how frequently they go out to eat?
I try to avoid places where I have to sit down and tip as often as I can. I mean, I'll do it like when I'm with some buddies or something, maybe once a week, once every 2 weeks or something, but I mean, that added tip is definitely a struggle, so yeah. But it's always good to have some friends and come, like we said, watch a sports game or something, and that's when you just know you gotta pay a little extra, so.
Yeah, I think that when you can add to the actual meal, because you can typically get fed for much cheaper than you can, you know, at a restaurant. But when you can add to that meal and make it an experience in itself, then you're paying for, you know, dinner and an experience, and that's I know people who pay more for that than for just the meal itself. So that's a big deal, especially in a restaurant like this.
So what are some of the key features that like you would say you look for in a restaurant before you go?
TVs, sports.
TVs?
Yeah, they got plenty of those here too. So that's good.
Price.
Yeah, I mean, typically you can get good food like anywhere, really. So the atmosphere is one, the service is another one that can put you, you know, above and beyond, especially with student workers and student servers, which typically they are not as good as some that are maybe full-time. So in a college town like Athens, when you have student servers, if your service can be better than other restaurants, especially other pizza restaurants or something like that, it can put you above them, and then you might take the time to come out.
All right, now in terms of price, like $10 for a small pizza, $15 for a 14-inch, which we had tonight, and then essentially almost $20 for an 18-inch pizza. How do you think that's expensive for a pizza?
There's no way I'd buy any pizza here at that price.
If you were just going out like to eat on your own, this is probably not the pizza place you'd choose.
But with a student discount that gave a significant reward to that, it might be worth it. But as far as just a regular pizza for $10, that'd be a little steep.
I couldn't imagine being in his shoes. He's taught me that you can get through anything.
I think I would echo that opinion. It's like a little above where I would want to be, but I would like the pizza's very good. So I think on occasion I would come here to eat, but it's like a little above where I would want my average pizza.
Price point.
I guess the quality is probably worth it, but as far as a student looking for a place to eat, going for that price point, even if the quality might match that price point, it's not really appealing to a student at that price.
But they do. We have some like lunch and combination, like essentially like deals that they do during the week, like slice and salad or sub and like fries and a drink for like $7 to like I think the highest one's $9. You think maybe like on your way home from class, like one day like this would be like kind of a place you could see yourself maybe stopping, picking up something to go, like on your way, so you have time to still go do classes?
Not at all. I mean, not when there's $5 pizzas at CC's, when you can just stop there and immediately have it. When you have to come here and wait and pay more as well when you're on your way home. It's not something I'd ever do.
But if I was going to like a party and I needed like to bring an impressive pizza, you know, above your Domino's quality pizza, this would be a good place to come to because it gets that next level on the toppings and the quality, and you can tell it's not from your average pizza.
Pause the video. Average price you typically spend at a restaurant? What's the sort of like price point you're trying to spend? Like roughly like $5 to $10, or you think more like 10 to 15, 15 to 20? Or are you looking to just save absolutely as much money as possible while you're going out to eat?
Yeah, for me, it definitely depends on the time of day and what day of the week it really is. So if, like, on a good Thursday, you're coming out to watch the game and hang out, maybe, you know, going out later tonight, I don't know. It's good. You come out here for a couple hours and you can spend 10 to 15, maybe 20 on a good night at a restaurant hanging out with people. But if you're coming home from class or something like that, I would not want to pay more than $10 for a meal that's going to, you know, be a lunch on a Tuesday. Like, I probably would not want to do that. But special deals maybe would help me go towards that, especially if I just want some variety and something new. I would like it.
Anybody else?
Yeah, I would think if you come here like with a buddy and drink a beer and watch the game, or bring your girlfriend here for a date and spend less than $12 or $15 for a good sized pizza and 2 drinks, you know, I feel like that would be a good price point for 2 people.
Awesome. Would you say you're more likely to physically come here and get food and drinks, or you think you'd be more likely just to order delivery and go eat it out, like, or go eat at your house, essentially?
I would probably want to come here physically and sit here and watch the games and stuff, because I think that's the biggest draw is like coming here and watching a game, hanging out for a couple hours.
You think
like I don't think I would order it for delivery, because then you're paying the same price, but you're not getting all of these like kind of amenities from like coming to a restaurant and being
like the whole atmosphere and everything?
service.
I know. I think if I want a delivery, I want to be able to go on my phone onto an app and just say get Domino's to bring it here and not to call anybody. So I think if I were coming here, I want to come in person. But if I was going delivery, I'd probably go somewhere where I could just go online and just order it and bring it to me.
So would you say you're more likely to come for like lunch or dinner?
In the race for the top
Dinner for sure. Yeah, I mean,
Dinner place?
Genesis G70. Lease a Genesis G70 for $299 per month for 36 months. Visit your local Genesis dealer.
What are you gonna say?
you asked about like location and how that might influence.
I think he did.
Yeah, we did. We talked about parking.
Right, go when you're ready.
All right. Thank you all so much for coming out. We really appreciate your time and providing feedback. Everything was really great. All the responses were awesome, and we really enjoyed having y'all out and doing this. Thank you.
Thank y'all.
Preach.